Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Friends, here with this movies TV older recent, and wow, November is far from
Yeah,
becoming far from eventful. Becoming
definitely. And if I sound different, it's because I have a new headset. Still getting used to it. Not used to hearing my own voice with my ears covered like this. But yeah,
or leaving more of an impact than it probably should.
yeah, this month has been. Uh, it's like it's a bad month when like even at a convention you're just like you have no energy just because of like how the month is so far. And yeah, the weather's been kind of messy. Yeah.
Thankfully,
Uh,
thankfully the cyclones have passed, and at this point, nothing interrupting us in terms of not so pleasant effects.
yeah.
Those were saved for earlier this week.
hmm Although all things considered, it didn't get too bad over here. It's like occasional heavy rain, a bit of wind, but nothing too major. I think it was closer to like the Seattle side of the state that was getting more heavily hit. So yeah. Anyway, so weekly recap thing. Um, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, normal stuff. Wednesday, work. Right, Thursday, no work. Friday, also no work. Yeah, we're in that calm before the storm period at work, where it's like not much activity leading up into December, in which case all the activity. Yeah, and like the only time I'm working next week is Thanksgiving. Although I do have to go to a Mr. Formal to see about. We're looking into getting a new jacket for work along with some work shirts. So it's like, hey, business expense. uh, yeah. And today I've just been kind of chilling, uh, getting back into ripping some of my Blu-ray discs for the archive. Actually working on disc 3 of Outlaw Star at the moment. And I think after that all I have left is Steins Gate. Unless there's another disc laying around somewhere. Although soon there will be a lot more discs laying around because I started doing my holiday anime shopping. Obviously I didn't pick up anything that was on my wish list, but yeah, between Crunchyroll and Sentai Filmworks, there's lots of deals going on. Okay, admittedly, one of them is a Christmas gift because it's like a tie-in anime for a mobile game that they play. But other than that, all for me. This is only week 2 of the holiday sales at Crunchyroll. I skipped week 1 because well, what was it? I think it was mostly discotheque stuff, and most of that's on my wish list. So then I don't think the holiday page they had listed like all the items that were on sale for it. You had to go like the direct sale page. I probably missed a few deals here and there. And yeah, like I said, I got my headset. I got the Razer Kitty Pro V2, the quartz edition, also known as Pink. Admittedly, it was a little bit cheaper than the green one. I figured like, eh, this one will be easier to find in the dark. And yeah, I tested out the audio and like it seems decent. And I actually have a little audio dial on the side there where I can like increase and decrease my the microphone audio. Well, not the microphone audio. I mean the audio I'm hearing, not the audio going out. But it does have a mute button, which is really nice. Downside is it isn't wireless, but honestly, when is that really going to be an issue? Like even with doing the show on the Steam Deck, it's like I can just use a USB hub and just like, okay, plug this into that, plug this into that, and I guess maybe see about installing. Sorry, could have muted that. It literally just showed up today, so I'm still getting used to it. So just having it, but like, yeah, it has like some nifty features for the microphone, like let me just look. Okay, it has a voice gate, voice normalization, vocal clarity, and noise cancellation. And actually, let me switch over to broadcast mode. Oh yeah, hopefully that works out better. Yeah, so far it's been working out well. Um, after a while, it does feel a bit heavy on my head, and sometimes my ears kind of feel like a bit squished. So every now and then, I kind of have to like take them off just to like let my ear, let help my head and my ears breathe. But yeah, so yeah, that was my week. Still haven't really done much of anything with Pokemon at the moment. Again, it's one of those things that's like I need to be in the right mood, and it's just been kind of like I haven't really been sick, but I was just like kind of like man, mildly dry stuffiness kind of thing, where it's like, eh, seasonal issues, I guess. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's about everything. I mean, I suppose I could go over the collection I ordered. 40. Where'd she go? Let's see now. Interviews with Monster Girls, High School, the Gunbuster Renegade, the two non-series adaptation Magical Girl lyrical Nanoha movies, Zoku Sayonara Zetsuko Sensei. I would have liked to get the first season of that, but it's out of print. And this one's also going out of print, so I figured to get it now. I can rip it to have it my collection. And worst case scenario, I can always sell it later on for profit, since out of print and all that. Season 2 of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and of Sentai, the complete series of all of the complete series of Rose of Maiden, Pet Shop Horrors, the K-On! Ultimate Collection, and the complete collection of Dororo. say I'm a sucker for Tezuka stuff, so or at least some Tezuka stuff. Yeah, Dororo, Blackjack, that type of stuff. Yeah, and one that I won't discuss because like I don't I don't know if they're watching. I mean, probably not, but gotta keep the Christmas gifts a secret. uh, yeah, a bit of heavy spending, but hey, I'm expecting a decent Christmas bonus, so yeah. Anyway, that was my week. How things been going with you?
Aside from the near 12 hours with limited power, as in the one time I needed to recharge my battery, was thankful that one of my portable power sources that I usually take to conventions was still just up enough to hold until things came back on.
Ooh, sounds like it was pretty bad up there.
I didn't get the entire scope of the area, but from some reports, there seems there were some typical storm aftermath kind of stuff. Though don't think it wa- don't think it was as bad in our area at least. That I don't think I ever don't think I ever don't think I ever well now that I see well I didn't see them in person, but I am sure. But it is likely there have been some fallen trees in close proximity that I did. As I said, never saw in person, but my cul-de-sac per se wasn't usually doesn't take as much of a hit, except for power outages. But yeah, thankfully we're mostly through that. There's still a few recovery bits happening from what I'm hearing, although for the most part things are slowly going back to normal.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Pretty normal-ish week otherwise. picking up later in the week, as a lot of times he usually does. They managed to get back. I'm not sure what's left in terms of. What's left to claim a giveaway following certain passings earlier this month, but so far we've got 2 shares in the resistance, as well as pre-war train sets. Been in the family for about 3 generations now. Yours truly being in that range. Some minor working to be done, but otherwise, we're looking to looking forward to having this part of the holidays this year. Not sure exactly how it was like originally packaged, but feels like original. Feels like all the original boxes. Some differences in terms of how everything is stored in there, but otherwise, feels pretty authentic for the time it was made. Probably tend to get back to sort of things and get rid of her more annual things that we had for certain discussions have to be made. But I'm mentally preparing myself.
Right.
What's okay? Is involved the getting shivered amongst a few other things. Uh, Hope I can find a way to watch some stuff going on right now. Later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like we're mostly adjusting for things. Coming ahead for these last few weeks of the year. Like I said, we should be able to talk about some things going into the new year eventually, but for the moment, there are some adjustments that are still being reingrained.
Yep. Well then. So, some discussion stuff. Hey, we got another animatic. Yeah, fandom this time. So yeah, Pip and Stip are like arguing about the messing room, and Bright House like, okay, enough of that, y'all, and just starts dumping them into interdimensional rifts or whatever, and they keep dropping into different areas until they get to the opening cutscene of Link's Awakening, like wooden raft, o- ocean, thunderstorm, and everything. It's like, okay, you two. So what you have to do is go through 8 dungeons and awaken the windfish. But yeah, they work out their issues, and it's like they get out. It's like while all that's going on, they argue about various things, and it's like but yeah, they get back, made a bunch of noise on the way back anyway, and yeah, it was all right. Though I swear because of the voicing, it's I don't know if it was just me, but Sip sounded more like Hitch. I was like I had to double check. Like, wait, which was an Earth bunny, right?
I'm honestly not sure if it's either fan filling or actual audio, but either way, it's either way the term is no. Either way, it's part of the term known as scratch voices.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't bad. It's just like, and especially because it's an animatic, you have like all the colors, and it's very rough. It's like, like I said, I did have to double check. Like, wait, yeah, all right, episode. Who knows if we'll get like I don't know, maybe a colorized version of it or something. Like, who knows if there's like a more complete version or if like the fans will have to do it. We'll see.
There are some interesting things to mention too. Cook up people with such a simple premise. Apparently, oversized birds of prey are still a thing.
Yep.
They went through space, and there's actual aliens.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely interesting episode. Although part of me is like, I don't know, just whole right how it's just warping everyone. Well, not everyone, but like warping them every which way. Like, I don't know, just anyway. And then we got horses. So, pumpkin contest. Just got a lot of the pumpkin. Oh wait, that's not water. That's triple pumpkin espresso, or cocoa or whatever. And I'm sure it'll be fine. Just add more water. Next day, oh hey, it's grown huge, and it's actually trapping someone inside of their little what are they called again? Like
Wagons.
yeah, wagon. So it's like, okay, I need to move this. I can't move this. I need help to move this. Get the others. Okay, we can move this. So they move it. So it's all good. So okay, got to get to the contest. So they're going through town with it on the wagon. They keep running over rocks, and as you imagine, the pumpkin up goes around, bounces here and there, and then smashes on the ground. Well, okay, so obviously you can't make it to the pumpkin contest like this, but when life gives you lemons, they make pumpkin pie. I think I lost something there for a bit, but I'm sure it's not important. But yeah, they make a giant pumpkin pie, and they win the prize for that. Yay! It's all good. And of course, this time around we had the whole. Oh, I bet you're wondering how we got into this situation. Well, it all started with cute title card. Yeah, it's just yeah, he's all right.
It's been around since slightly more realism. It's certain this picture. I cannot but think of those contests they usually hold in Oregon.
Yeah, sounds about right.
As highlighted in the Are There Spin-off postcards from Buster. And of course, there are a lot of interesting techniques in order to increase size.
Yeah,
So yeah, what was presented here feels just about right.
and finally, the season 2 finale of Owl House. So to recap, everyone, last we left off, Luz has been captured by Kimura to be brought to Bellows under the assumption that she had actually captured Hunter. The cats have a plan to foil the draining spell by disguising Ida as Rain, which does involve getting the coven sigil marked on her. So yeah, that happened. And the kids and Amity's dad are rushing after or Kikimora's ship to save Luz because, you know, last time she faced off against Bellows didn't exactly end too well. Meanwhile, King's been having these weird visions of the collector. And I'm sure that will be important. Okay,
And of,
so
and of course, there's a dealio of sorts that's may or may not come to a certain boil.
yeah, yeah, the collector and Bellows have a deal. It's like, okay, he uses the draining spell, Bell and Bellows will release the collector because the collector is the one who gave Bellows the draining spell. So, right, the episode. I think it'd be best to take it discussing the different groups first. So, starting off with Ida's group. So, everyone's gathered in town for the Day of Unity, and the Coven heads are all gathered together to perform the draining spell. Not that they know the draining spell. They were just promised that it would lead to paradise by ridding Boiling Isles of wild magic forever. So yeah, so okay, everything's going good except So apparently there's been some changes. Okay, a bit worrisome, but okay. So the eclipse starts. The spell begins, and okay, everyone's starting to glow a bit, but it's starting to weaken. Okay, that's the curse going into effect. But yeah, the Belos' team knew something was up, and the jig is up. It is it is captured. The rest of them are captured, and Rain gets put into the proper place in the spell circle, thus properly activating the draining spell. Now, when this kicks off, the Light Witch is like, "Wait, this isn't gonna do what he said it was gonna do, is it?" And Rain is like, "No." Yeah, there's a bit of a fight, but it doesn't go well for the good guys. So yeah, everyone's basically out of it. It is like combination of the curse and the draining spells just like completely wrecking her. But Rain saves her by basically yanking her sigil hand off, and that goes up in smoke, leaving her safe. But yeah, everyone else is basically out. Meanwhile, with the kids, so Amity's dad and Hunter are kind of arguing about like who should fly the ship and we need to go faster. And King's upset because like he hasn't been able to help. But Willow gets them to all stop fighting for a bit with the help of food. Yay, food! So yeah, it's good, except it's not good because yeah, there's been a report of a stolen ship. Thanks a lot, Amity's mom. So yeah, they get fired upon, and although they did their best to get shut down, so of course they crash and they're kind of out of it for a while. King especially so, but they recover. They slowly recover, and they work their way towards the center of town where the spell is taking place. And most of this is being shown through King's point of view, who's like fading in and out of consciousness. So they help out the cat's crew, Ida and the rest of them, and they make their way towards Luz to help her against Bellows. Meanwhile, with Luz, like I said, I figured it would be the best if I just go with the different groups for sake of yeah.
I believe,
Anyway,
I believe what you were looking for was speaking of which.
speaking of which, yes. So yeah, Kikimura has brought Hunter to Bellows, or so she thinks. Bellows is like, you really thought this would make me reinstate your former position. If you really want to help, I don't know, just go lay in a ditch or something. I don't care. Yeah, Kikimura is angry. Also, like I said, Bellows made a deal with the Collector to free him after using the training spell. Bellows decided to go, lol, no, and uses the rest of the Titan's to power up the door to the human realm. and then promptly drops the collector's mirror off the bridge. The collector is rightfully pissed. As far as personality goes, I'd say honestly, I'm kind of getting. I'll get into the collector later once a certain event happens. Anyway, yeah, Luz versus Bellows, round two. Now, Bellows doesn't really want to hurt Luz because, like, I mean, hey, fellow human and all that. But Luz has gotten really attached to the people of the Boiling Isles, and it's like, witch hunter and all that kind of goes against the whole thing, and thus they must fight. So yeah, he does praise her for quickly learning the uh, the spell combos, like age and experience and all that. Yeah, not going great for Luz, and yeah, slowly starting to turn to stone, so that's not great. But Luz has a plan. So you say you want to go back to the human realm, but a lot of time has passed, and well, things have changed. You'll be laughed out of town if you start going around talking about demons and witch hunters and stuff. You need a guide. And Bellows has to think about it for a moment. And Luz drops his actual name, Philip. It's like, okay, fine, you'll act as my guide. Okay, deal. Handshake, human style. Got nothing in my hands, see? Hands are clear. Okay, put her here. Then with the other hand, whoop, invisible sigil glove. That's right, Bellows has been marked. Uh, smart move by Luz. Like, he probably knew that the glove was there, but like, okay, show both hands, but sneak it in with the invisibility rune. So Bellis has been marked, and now he's being affected by the draining spell as well. This has some unseen consequences. Bellis has gone into a berserker beast mode form. Also, otherwise known as you've entered phase 2 of the battle. So, things not going very not great, because yeah, Beast Bellows is fast, and he can climb walls, and he big. But this is where the crew comes in. Willow, Gus, Amity, Hunter, and King, they finally show up. And they start helping Luz out. Although King isn't really able to help much. But
Until
until he notices Kikimura, and she name drops the Collector. See, Willows thought he was alone when he was having these conversations with the Collector, but Kikimura was always listening in. She's a sneaky gremlin like that. But like, so only the Collector can stop this draining spell. Okay, show me the Collector. So Kikimura brings him to the Collector's mirror, and King touches it. Now, obviously, the Collector's still upset from the whole Bellows lying thing, but also, the Collector can't seem to see King. Yeah, it turns out the necklace that King had grants him like invisibility against the collector. So, yeah, yeah. Apparently, King's dad hid him away, and that that amulet is how he did that. So, King works out a deal with the collector. Why play hide and seek when we can play the Owl House? But we need a lot of people to play that game. And for the people, we need to stop the draining spell. And the collector's like, okay, I want to play this game. Just get me out of here. So King ends up freeing the collector from the mirror, bringing him back into reality, for better or for worse. Meanwhile, up top, yeah, things aren't going great, and looks bad for the crew when the collector shows up. Now, Bello seeing this is like, oh, haha, collector. Yes, I fulfilled my part of the plan, my part of the deal. Ha 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 ha. Ah, crud. The collector probably splats him against the wall. Phew. But Alex is really bad at tag. But hey, like, there's still the rest of the crew. But wait, to play Owl House, you need an Owl House. Okay, so yeah, reality starts warping and everything's falling apart. And oh yeah, the door to the human realm is still active. So yeah, there's no real way out of their current location aside from the door, so they start running towards that. Now, Goose wants to go back and help the others, Eden, the rest of them. But yeah, King says like, loved having you as a big sis. I'm sorry about this, but voila! And Sonic blasts Blues and the rest of them through the portal into the human realm, trapping them there. Despite opening and closing the door or the cabin multiple times, it won't reopen to the boiling islands. It's like the portal's dodged. So they do the only thing they can do. They go to Muse's home. And as the credits roll on the finale, all we see is the open door of the cabin with it pouring out rain outside. Boy, what a cliffhanger! Yeah, if I had to describe the collector, I'd say like part of me wants to say Discord if he was a small child. Yeah, very interesting character.
I dare say there are two previous rally warping based characters that come to mind with her.
True, there is everyone's favorite Dorito. And of course, the other character
That
of
one.
John Delancey. Uh, but yeah, that that is where we leave off the series. We simply pick it back up again. With we'll see what happens with that, but I figure probably sometime in January, since holiday season and all that. Got to keep things festive. Uh,
I swear there's something else I can think of in terms of. I swear there's something. I swear there's a reference somewhere in terms of going through a portal. You end up seemingly ageless. You end up seemingly ageless. Time goes by in your old dimension, and
yeah.
you'll end up coming back in the traditional fish out of water scenario.
Also, one other thing of note is during the battle off screen, Ruse actually got a scar across her left eyebrow. Like I noticed it near the end of the episode. Like, wait, when did she get that? So I ended up looked at it. Yeah, I looked it up. And it's like, oh yeah, it happened in this episode during the fight with Fellows, but it happened off screen. Like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Like, I knew that the scar was gonna happen at some point, but it's like I didn't know when. So I was like, wait, did I miss the point where she got the scar? Like, no, they just didn't show it. Like, okay. Uh,
Interesting. Interesting that. Basically, actually, going to make so far in terms of what I was going for. Norse, Greek, uh, certain long-haired princess.
yep.
Still need to work out the other points, but yeah. Uh,
they really know how to really ramp up the drama. Oh, so yeah, only 3 more episodes left.
If I got this correctly, this is in some ways a bit of a midway point in terms of finales, because we had the build-up. Now we had possibly the earliest earliest bout. Actual conclusions start to come forth from this point into the next three.
Yeah, and the one thing of note with the next 3 episodes, the last 3 episodes, is that they're basically double length. So it's like 6 more episodes just in three jumbo size fights. But yeah, this season finale is like, okay, this is definitely the Owl House's Empire Strikes Back.
Or if you're thinking of the last Airbender cartoon, season two's last 2 episodes, as well as the midpoint of the final season.
Right. Yeah, that'll be interesting when we get to it.
It's strange how Collector's Voice, for some reason, I keep thinking of making several connections, though the best I can make at this point is Buttercup, although it's different VAs, but still,
Right.
it's a voice that I'm pretty sure I've heard it several times before. And there's certain females that can manage to carry over. And speaking of which, Frida has an interesting resume. Trolls, Final Fantasy. Meets up next, Spider-Man. Basically a mixture of games and TV.
Yeah, let me just. Uh, Focusing on origin. bad. Alrighty then. Alright, getting into some news. Apparently, Silent Hill 2's graphical issues on the PlayStation 5 Pro have been addressed in the game's latest update. For the last time, the fog obscurity in the environment is supposed to be there. I know Silent Hill 2 remake, but if I remember correctly, like the fog in the original Silent Hill was mainly to like save processing power from rendering distant objects or something like that. But it's like it's basically become like a core feature of Silent Hill, you know? Yeah, I don't know what graphical issues they were having, so anyway. Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic is coming to Switch next month. The compilation consists of the first two Roller Coaster Tycoon games. Control 2 will add RPG, I believe it's according to Remedy. Huh. The global theme park rights to Minecraft have been acquired by Merlin Entertainment. Who behind Alton Towers, the Pig World, and Legoland. Oh, okay. I've been to Legoland, so they should. I mean, Minecraft, Minecraft Land, Legoland. This is the same photo. Uh, the first two attractions are planned to open in existing UK and US Merlin parks in 2026 and 2027. Hitman Road Assassination for PlayStation VR 2 release has been delayed by several months.
And given that Lego at one point did do Minecraft sets, that's actually fitting.
Now we just have to wait on Duplo World. Marvel Rivals roadmap with 6 more launch shows and seasonal content. Titan number 8 animated its first season compilation film, and a new original episode screening on March 28th for 3 weeks. Netflix will start streaming Pokemon Horizon second season on February 7th. There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless Yuri comedy novels get a TV anime next July. The Demon School Iruma-kun anime gets 4th season. Need to know Ivy TV anime gets a 2nd season. Yeah, I know Mitsu is secret. So wait, wrong link. There we go. Oh, okay, it's one of the pretty pure shows, so I thought that might be the case. So apparently there was some concept art for tell your tale ponies in like different styles, which obviously didn't end up getting used. An, Im- an image used on Netflix extended a portion of existing arcane art using AI has now been removed, with Riot's brand lead calling the use of AI disrespectful to the incredible artists who worked on their show. Good on them for be like, no, bad, no AI. The Hi Hi Puffy Amigumi, the animated project, has been launched in honor of the show's 20th anniversary. Oh, well, I remember that show. I mean, I didn't actually watch the show, but I remember that it had existed. Tony Gilroy says he received no notes from Lucasfilm about Andor Season 2. Quote, the critical appreciation of the show is really helpful, if not essential, in helping Disney choke down the price of what this is. David Hunter director Chandor hopes that the film may wash away some of the negative reactions to the Sony universe of Marvel characters. Quote, give our film a chance. Oh yeah, sure, this is only like the, what, fifth chance you guys have had? Got a new poster for Shadow and Maria in Sonic 3 in theaters December 20th. Apparently even Godzilla is coming to Fortnite. Monsters Inc. Land ah, will officially replace Muppets Courtyard in Muppet Vision 3D at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The Muppets will now be taking over the Rock and Roller Coaster. How to Train Your Dragon director Dean DeBlois says doing a live action remake was the studio's desire. Quote, if they were going to do it, I wanted to make sure that it was done right. We're not trying to replace our animated original. Or basically, they were going to do this either way, may as well try to make sure it's not an absolute dumpster fire.
I was more thinking along the lines of those film goers in the middle of the road when it came to the female Ghostbusters controversy,
Yeah.
in which they feel it's more of a not a replacement, just different interpretation.
Yeah. Like I keep seeing something BTS. Look at and like BTS. Like my mind's like, wait, BTS isn't that like that? Isn't that like that Korean band or something? Like no, no, no. Behind the scenes. I don't even listen to BTS. It's one of those things that like you don't even know what they sound like, but you know they exist. You know. Uh, the first Lord of the Rings War of the Rohirrim popcorn bucket is a 27-inch Warhammer replica. Daniel Craig is in talks to star as Sergeant Rock in his Sergeant Rock film for DC Studios. Luca Guadagnino, Luca Guadagnino will direct the film. That was difficult to say. A Predator vs. Spider-Man comic series will release in 2025, written by Benjamin Percy with art by Marcelo Ferreira. Geez, what hasn't Predator crossed over with? I mean, hell, Predator crossed over with Archie. Then again, so did the Punisher. So I guess by that logic, Predator and Archie were already part of the Marvel, and all that were already part of the Marvel universe by extension. So okay,
Or the cosmic industry has expanded by quite a bit. Because of course there was that one time Sonic went to Image Comics.
yeah. A24 has announced that they are starting a chocolate brand named Movie Chocolate with fizzy fountain soda, basically root beer and popping candy, popcorn and candy coated chocolate pieces, and salted peanut crunch, salty peanuts and a caramel crunch. Okay. Kevin Feige says Avengers Secret Wars will, quote, really lead us into a new age of mutants and of the X-Men. Again, it's one of those dreams come true. We finally have the X-Men back. Got Sam Witwer as William Shatner's Captain Kirk in a new short film celebrating the 30th anniversary of Star Trek Generations. The look was achieved with physical and digital prosthetics.
Just like Leia.
Right.
And by extension, T800.
Denzel Washington gives advice to an aspiring actor on how to start in Hollywood. Quote, you can't learn to be an actor online. You gotta get on the stage. Find a little theater. That's where I started. If you want what I got, do what I did. I'll see you at work. So, got a new Minecraft trailer. And, yeah, they have a chicken cooking machine. A chicken and pole. Blocked with piston blocks. Or like blocks held by sticky pistons. put lava over top. Open the piston door. Cook the chicken. Well, realistically, that wouldn't work because they would also burn the chicken. So, I was trying to think like, okay, how would this work? Like, we can't have it float over top because the chicken's like half a block tall, so the lava wouldn't even hit it. We can't drop the chicken into the lava because it slow falls and has so few hit points that it would die just touching the lava and the chicken would burn automatically.
All the same, I don't think there was as much of an overreaction as last time.
Yeah, people seem to have accepted this new trailer a lot better than the last one.
It's either Sonic or Ponies, because either I'm thinking that because either I'm thinking that the director took the director took complaints and told the effects team to make sure the next trailer was better,
Yeah,
or
and
when or when the or it's like when the MLB teaser was out and staff were quick to point out, calm people down and saying the movie is a lot better in a visual sense than this.
yeah, and of course with the new trailer we now have the the probably the most quoted line from the trailer. As a child, I yearned for the mind. Anyway, so apparently Daredevil Born Again is set a few years after the original Daredevil series. Quote, in that time, Matt Foggy and Karen have found a pretty good rhythm. Matt's made peace with his role both as a lawyer and as a vigilante. So, the Game Award nominees for Best Adaptation are Fallout, Knuckles, Arcane Season 2, Like a Dragon Yakuza, and Tomb Raider The Legend of Lara Croft. Oh yeah, there's also like the nominees for the best game, which included like the Elden Ring DLC and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Balatro and stuff. And people complained about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and the Elden Ring DLC. It's like, okay, Elden Ring DLC. Okay, they could probably do like a best DLC category. And people were saying like, oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or make a remake category. But by the end of the first game, it was made clear that it isn't actually a remake. It's like it's its own game at this point. Yeah, it has flavors of the original, but they're taking it in like a new direction. So it's like probably it's not strictly a remake, more like a new adaptation slash I don't know. It's kind of like in a weird position where it's like it is redoing some of a lot of the same story beats, but they're taking the story in different paths than the original, so it can't really strictly be called a true remake. You know?
A bit like doing our Batman in a sense.
Right. Right. The 2024 nominees for Game of the Year: Balatro, Astrobot, Blacksmith, Wukong, Metaphor or Refantasio, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erd Tree. This graphic concept for Deadpool and Wolverine would essentially We've seen Deadpool appear in various MCU movies, but it would show that he was in the MCU the whole time. You just didn't see his scenes because they were all on the cutting room floor. Dan Aykroyd says he doesn't expect to star in another Ghostbusters film ever again, but I think probably they're going to move on to advancing it beyond the originals, which they should, which they have started to do. So there's that. Apparently, Henry Cavill will play a 500-year-old martial artist in the new action-heavy Highlander reboot, hoping to start filming in spring 2025.
And speaking of DC in part, Gunn will not be at the CCXP panel early December due to scheduling conflicts, though it is currently unknown if Superman will still have a panel appearance there, or whether he will send the trailer for them.
Yep. Got the official Red Band trailer for Popeye the Slayer Man.
Toronto area is said to be grittier, a bit more industrial compared to previous entries. Nine Inch Nails lends itself perfectly into this neutron world being created.
Got a new trailer for Gosho Aoyama's Yago remake, releasing in April 2025, animated by Wit Studio. He Gosho Aoyama is the guy who does Detective Conan. It's like, hey, I I followed that series. Yay! Ooh, this is an interesting one. Doctor Who: The War Games is coming to BBC iPlayer in color, including brand new scenes. So yeah, apparently I guess they're adding a brand new scene that includes the second Doctor's regeneration into the third Doctor, which was never actually shown on screen. So that's interesting. Wonder how they'll, you know, I don't know.
More DC notes. Legends will release around the same time as Supergirl, June 2026. Okay. Kyle Chandler, Aaron Pierce, Zal Jordan, and Jon Stewart. Multiple R-rated DC projects being developed. Whatever rating is for this story, that's what we're going to do.
Lionsgate delays in the grade due to filming not being completed. New date to be determined. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off will not return for season 2.
Getting us the buzz for the news. Getting us the buzz for a new series called The Studio. Martin Scorsese, Seth Rogen, Catherine Hahn, Anthony Mackie, Bryan Cranston. Chisu Wonders, Zac Efron, Ike Barinholtz, Catherine O'Hara, Ron Howard, and Charlize Theron.
So, apparently Hasbro will no longer co-finance films. They will continue to focus on investing more in video and other card games. And if they're moving away from films, then I mean they're also moving away from TV as well, which would possibly, I don't know, maybe link up with the cancellation. I don't know. Just a thought.
Okay, cast as female lead in J.J. Abrams' new film alongside Glenn Powell and Jenna Ortega.
Pamela Hayden, voice of Milhouse on The Simpsons, is leaving the show after 35 years. Star Fox 64 is getting a PC port by the Ocarina of Time PC devs.
New poster for Vengeance Most Foul. First trailer that plus new character reveals for Bad Guys 2. First used for Spelunky episode of video game anthology series Secret Level. Teen Titans Go Rubs, the move from Warner Brothers Ranch to do Warner Brothers Animation, Cartoon Network Studio.
Eight Bit Do announces Sega Saturn 30th anniversary mechanical keyboard, limited edition, of course, with only 1,994 units available worldwide. Actually, it looks pretty nice. Nice, kind of grayish. It's a bit of color here and there. Probably won't pick one up because like I have a decent wireless keyboard right now, so eh.
Kickstarter for me, which launched 10K goal. New comic revealed, Sky Secrets, supposedly starring Violet Rainbow.
Huh. Apparently Hatsune wait, I think they typoed the title there. Hatsune Miku and Godzilla are coming to Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble alongside the 2.0 update with more content on November 26th. Yeah, all things considered, it's been like a slow news week as far as games go.
Seems to have some beauty products centered around retro ponies. CSX unleashed their final heritage units honoring Pan Am Railways. Hopefully Joe Apartment turned this for a recent HR, which could threaten using some tourist railroads. Chris at Random Celebration planned for Hagerstown. CSX trying to be led by Clutchfield Heritage Unit. Pensate Mall River Toast Winter Open House. Santa Train printing from Wellington, Ohio, beginning next weekend. Recommend trade show holiday event. Festino Bill Shabby named Go Attraction of the Year. Go Northwest Tourism Awards. CPC, CO and Power, construction to hydrogen production and refueling stations in Alberta. They'll be erected soon again for much cheaper. It's their returns for Hawke's Bay Art Deco Festival within the new year. And Architects regards friends and family of cyclone and hurricane victims. Tony Hart, San Francisco 49ers. Over this year, Railways. Andy Paley, SpongeBob. Colin Chilvers with Colonel Superman X-Men. Survey Java, Transference Activist. And Baron John Prescott, which Tucker once referred to as member of Motoring Rogues Gallery. As a member of this gallery. So again, still waiting for the inevitable discussion. Hopefully everything will be adjusted soon. And need to see how I can watch some occurrences that happened in the past few hours.
Right.
And until we can close on something note-based. Stay safe, stay well, expected, pray, and